I didn't know a lot about cricket until my two boys started playing it. Now I think it's one of the greatest games that was ever invented. But even as a parent, I see those boys walk out, especially opening batsmen facing that first ball. The spotlight on an individual is so huge. But was that for you kind of a good form of stress versus the stress you later felt about expectation being a bad form of stress? Is it good stress and bad stress?
What I know now is that walking out in the middle was my peace, because I had, I could handle what I was about to do. It's when I walked off that the stress started. Yeah. Letting go is a great heading for a subject which everyone needs to learn. Some people naturally do it because of their upbringing. They're just able to let it go. I don't know if a lot of people know how to do that.
I've never had a more stressful year than I have this last year. You know, my health means a lot to me these days, and I probably haven't felt better. I'm mentally very strong, which I'm very fortunate for.
From this time last year, I was observing Tony build a restaurant from scratch on the pier in San Francisco, and I can't tell you how many problems and barriers there were to getting that thing up and running. And Tony did it as Kiwis can do. I would go on there at night, and he'd be on the top of a cherry picker with a drill, putting kind of the lighting in, and then helping design a menu, being front of house, having stunning service, and putting on a New Zealand showcase, and
cook,
and like, so I suspect, well, in those few months I observed Tony, I suspect there wasn't a lot of downtime. It was amazing what he achieved.
I can take on a lot of stress, yeah, and I seem to filter it out quite well, but that's also probably the support networks that I have around me.
The way I approach stress now is it's up to me. There's always going to be pressures in life. It's up to me how I process them. I can let them get me down, or I can say, hey, great opportunity, great challenge. That works most of the time. Occasionally you'll have a bad day, you've got to shrug your shoulders and get over it and get on. You don't turn a bad day into a bad month. You just go, hey, bad day, I accept that, next.
How do you guys juggle family as well?
I wouldn't be near the person that I am without the family support that I have. I'd be a miserable old prick that drank too much, and but no, I think it's, for me anyway, and I'm sure everyone sees it slightly different, but I know for Geoff it's a huge part of his life.
I think you need absolute 100% support, otherwise it's just too bloody hard,
I used to think, okay, I'm in work, so I'll be in work mode, and when I get to the gate at home after a half-hour drive home, I've got to switch into this mode of being with the kids and stuff. But I've learnt through experience that life's not like that, and too many of us try to make compartments out of it. Life is life. I've got one life. It comes back to what Martin was saying. When you're doing whatever you're doing, be open to it and give it your attention. If it's work, if it's being with a client, if it's at home playing with my kids, if it's out on a date with my wife, give it your attention. Don't be there and have your mind taken up by something else, because if you do, you're cheating the experience.